Hey everyone, it's Frankie-Lou. I'm coming to you today from the kitchen at the Grow To Gather Homestead, where I'm going to make a fabulous treat, all right, that I've been promising for some time. Rhubarb liqueur, all right. We have a lot of rhubarb here on the property, and this is one way that we can preserve it for the winter. It's really delicious, it's tart, it's tangy. You can use it with carbonated water, you can use it in lemonade, it's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to get started. This is a dead simple. I feel silly making a video about it because it is so easy. This is also an adaptation. I used to do this, I used to have access to a really great crab apple tree with really tiny tart little crab apples, and I did this technique with that years ago. Don't have access to those crab apples anymore, but I got lots of rhubarb, so I thought, let's give this a try. And I did, and it's great, so I'm going to share it with you now. First off, when you are choosing rhubarb for your rhubarb liqueur, because you want it to be pretty and pink. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll be preparing lots and lots of rhubarb for various recipes, and I'll slice off the reddest part, okay? We're not just talking about red on the outside, okay? Like that's nice and red, but when you slice it, you want to see that. Okay, you want to see the nice red tip. Okay, you don't really want to see this. That wouldn't be an ideal piece to use, especially since it's a leaf, so you don't want to eat that, it's poisonous. You want to choose the parts that are the reddest they can be, because all that's going to leach into the liqueur, right, and make it really pretty. So basically, when I'm preparing other recipes, like if I was making some red pepper jelly with rhubarb in it, I would slice off the more greener parts for the red pepper jelly, save the redder parts, the liqueur, okay? The ingredients are 3. 1 pound chopped rhubarb, so not a pound purchased, but once it's been cut up, a pound of really red rhubarb. 8 ounces sugar, which equals 1 cup, okay? 1 cup white sugar, or 8 ounces if you want to weigh it. So half, right? Half the weight. If you wanted to double this, you're gonna take half the weight of the rhubarb and have that be sugar. Now for 1 pound, I find that 1 750 ml bottle of alcohol is perfect. I like to use, I'm a celiac, so to be very careful. So I've got a potato vodka here, which you could use. I am going to experiment with Everclear, which is twice as much. But for years and years, I've been doing it with just plain old vodka, okay? But you could go with a higher proof if you wanted to. This is a regular one. I am going to do some more experiments later with the higher, but honestly, for now, it's so easy to just grab one of these and have it on hand for when I'm making my rhubarb liqueur. So we're going to slice up our rhubarb. Try to do it pretty evenly. All right, so you want pieces that are like, you know, about an inch across. All right, you're gonna put the rhubarb in a bowl. You're gonna pour in the sugar. Once again, remember the sugar is half the weight of the rhubarb. In this case, 1 pound rhubarb, 8 ounces of sugar, which happens to equal 1 cup, so that's great, approximately 1 cup. You want to coat it nicely, okay? Then I have recently sterilized a jar. I like to use these 2-liter jars because they're good for when I'm going to be shaking it up later. I want to have a lot of room. I don't want it to be a tight fit. I want it to be about 3/4 full. I got my canning funnel here. In here, got it all in there. Pour in your vodka or whatever. Less flavor is better because you want to get the flavor from the rhubarb to be what's flavoring this. Although it might be fun to try it with rum. I haven't done that yet, but maybe I will. I'll let you know if I do. Put the lid on and shake. So what I'm going to do is I'm I'm gonna pop this into a dark cupboard. So this here, you can see, it hasn't quite dissolved yet. Okay, but it will. I'm gonna shake it and shake it and shake it, and all that sugar will eventually dissolve. It doesn't look very appealing right now, but I set up another jar 2 days ago, and this is it here. This has been shaken twice a day. You can probably get away with once a day. And look at the color. You can already see it's coming out as beautiful. So now what I gotta do for the first week is I shake this twice a day. Okay, then I put it away and I leave it alone. I shake it every once in a while, like every couple of weeks or so, when I think, hey, it's time to go shake that. And I leave it for a minimum of 1 month, up to 3 months. Okay, and the longer I can leave it in that period, the more flavor is going to be getting into my rhubarb. I want it to be dark so there's no discoloration happening. I don't want it in the sun. I want it in a cool, dark area. And then I'm going to just strain out the rhubarb. I like to press it. I don't care if my liqueur is super clear and crystal clear. If you care about that, then you might want to strain it through a cheesecloth and not press it. I'm just going to do a quick strain and press it because I want to get as much flavor as possible, but I won't have as nice clear a look. It's still going to preserve really well with that because this is mostly alcohol, which is the easiest way to preserve stuff is to keep it in alcohol, right? It's going to be nice and stable. The longer I can keep it in a dark area, the longer it's going to keep. And there you go. So I can't show you the finished product right now because we don't have any left. It doesn't tend to last very long. And when fall comes around, because my rhubarb tends to do a nice flush now and a nice flush in fall, I will be setting up more. And if you like, that's when I'd be straining this batch. And I could show you guys that if you're interested in what it looks like. Well, I'm setting up the next batch, which guess what? That's going to be Christmas gifts, right? Because that'll be perfect timing for Christmas. As if I start them in September, they'll be ready as nice Christmas gifts for Christmas. Maybe nice little pretty bottles and given away, or you can keep it all for yourself if you like. Okay, I told you that was easy, but if you have any questions, let me know. There's more rhubarb recipes coming down because I'm processing a ton right now. And as always, I hope you take this chance to grow together today. Bye-bye.